Hello everybody, and welcome back so soon into finally another The Owl House analysis. A lot needs to be discussed, and a lot of theories are swarming in with possibilities. And let's just say that centuries ago, the Boiling Isles once had a legend. A legend that potentially would have the mysteries behind covens and more. But before I start on the legends of the Boiling Isles, this video is proudly sponsored by Raid Shadow Legends. And yeah, I'm sure that you've heard of it before somewhere on the internet, but have you heard of the tavern? Because now you can pick and choose which characters to sacrifice for even more XP. Join clans for special team bonding and help in defeating giant bosses, and always try to make sure that you every now and then get involved with challenges for bonuses. And well, what do you know? This game also has glyphs for improving your in-game stats. Guess you do learn something new every day. And you're gonna need it because you could be struggling like how I was when trying to defend my second character. Okay, let's try this again. Ha! Yeah! Now who's dead? Come on! Come on, get back up. Get up! Yeah, I thought so. Yeah, so the graphics for the game looks pretty high def, and we have playable characters that look like abominations. Ignatius, which is practically a giant pig-like ogre, notorious for his incredible defense as well as offense, especially offense, I mean just look at this dude. But my personal favorite is leaning more towards Helmet, who possesses the abilities to stun enemies and adjust the turn meter. And I'm the type of guy that needs turn meters. And if you think these champions are awesome, go check out the newer lineup after the most recent of updates. And if you would like a quick starter boost in Raid, start it with bonuses like 200,000 pieces of silver, an ancient shard. There's also an epic hero Chonaru, who is amazing in the Doom Tower, 1 XP boost, and 1 full energy refill. Links should be inside of the description below. Be sure to also use this QR scan code for easy access. Plus this month, Raid's got a non-stop schedule of summer events and activities. We're talking special fusion events to get a brand new legendary champion, tournaments against other players, and much more. What are you waiting for? No, really, this game costs like only $0.00, so it's not like these monthly plan deals that you see on television. I'm talking about the big 4-letter word that Credit Karma uses. Absolutely free, my guy. The beginning opens up with Gus regretting the use of illusions for attempting to save Willow from fairies, as we're told. And even after given some time, the guilt from the incident as well as the ties between the two don't seem to completely heal all the way. Leading into Gus feeling even worse for his illusion making, soon coming to the conclusion that illusions aren't as great as they're hyped up to be. He says that he prefers to learn more forms of magic, which I'm guessing is still an option for students like Gus and Willow, due to them seemingly not possessing those tattoo-like coven symbols on their arms. So in order to cheer up Gus, Luce decides to get him to go with a group of Glandis students to a hunt for relics called the Golder Stones. Stones that evidently increase your spell casting, which I found awfully bizarre considering how we witnessed construction stickers to possess the same capabilities, or at least similar attributes if I remember clearly. Anyways, another detail about these students is that Bartholomew is a part of their group and clearly was a person that needed to be around the right friends after all. You can observe straight from the jump that this guy did not fit in. But back on to Luce, she manages to have access to the library due to her using Gus's library card and uses the time to do research on humans. Something that, no offense, should have been something that she should have thought about months ago. The globes they have for internet in the Boiling Isles have always been an option. Instead, this whole time she's just been simply using it for things like regular internet stuff that we do on Earth, and also reality TV shows apparently. 3 results pop up after simply typing in the word human, which included Ida selling human property, a movie titled Planet of the Humans, which for certain is a spin-off of Planet of the Apes. And the last but without a doubt surely is not least, was a report a human resident donating his personal journal to the local library. So knowing this, Luce stares at Amity for a few hours before she's caught, and finally asks her for help in order to gain access to the Forbidden Stacks area. As for why a donated book was placed inside of the Forbidden Stacks was probably due to either Emperor Belos ensuring that less people were aware of his history, or maybe a relative of his history, because I'm pretty confident this is the story of him or someone else related to him, the person of legend from the first episode, or all of the above. The human apparently may have inhabited within the Boiling Isles since as far back as the 1600s and had the name Philip Whittebane. They soon come across the book only to find out that it was devoured by a rat, and just when you thought things couldn't get any worse, Luce makes a racket which gets them both caught, causing Amity to temporarily lose her job. Since thankfully Luce does her usual thing and makes amends with the library guard by going through multiple trials and earning Amity's title back, which brings Luce and Amity back together again and discovering that the same rat was actually an echo mouse that can project any knowledge that it consumes. The amount of ex machinas are immeasurable. But anyways, it turns out that the owner, Philip, mentions how he found himself inside of a world so horrid. And as he's talking, notice that the bones of the Isles are formed in the background, possibly indicating that if this is Belos, perhaps he wasn't the cause for the Titan's fall. It's also imperative to mention how he believes that there is more than likely a way to gain access to the human portal with the help of harnessing enough of the world's bizarre powers. Now, if the whole Coven powers taking theory that I made a season ago turns out to be accurate, this would make perfect sense. Plus, perhaps Belos, if this is him, just simply would like to return to the human realm in order to show off the many wonders he discovered throughout the centuries on the land. This could also explain his whole Day of Unity exclaimed in the finale of Season 1. The phrase alone could have been about the unity of anything for all we know. On to Gus's side of the episode, they make it to the ancient graves of passed away illusionists, with Gus soon discovering that the Gladys students only were there to steal ancient relics from dead legends for their own benefit. It turned out to have been guarded by a giant illusion monster, which essentially was just some old fart using illusion magic to make it seem as if a giant beast was heavily safeguarding the stones. And with the leading aggressor of the students finding that out, she and the rest come back to terrorize the place again, until Gus and the old man work together on morphing the entire region into an illusion dream. Something that took creative measures in order to convince even the strongest of the group to flee from the scene. Surprisingly, Bartholomew comes around and helps out in order to protect the sanctity of the illusionist graves, and actually becomes friends with Gus, understanding his struggles. And that is actually the full episode, and you know, Lumity is a thing confirmed, but the last thing to discuss about was the location of the key for the episode. The key can be found in the center of one of the library aisles inside of the Forbidden Stacks, reading the code strings. Together, the phrase thus far is seething seas and puppet strings, and by the way, I definitely missed the code puppet from episode 4. The same code of was just simply there due to it being a part of the official background for Ida's room. In conclusion, there's much mystery left to discover, and I for one believe that the whole Coven magic harnessing, Emperor Belos' Day of Unity, and the human portal all have some sort of connection. I'm still curious to know if this legitimately is for the sake of the Titan's will, cause if it is, I'm dying to know. This is The Next Big Thing, signing out. I'll wait for more weirdness ahead, and I will catch you all in the next one.